Think again. Thought paradoxes that challenge our thinking. In our relentless quest to understand the universe and our place within it, we often stumble upon enigmas that seem to defy our logic and understanding, the paradoxes. Paradoxes are like intellectual puzzles that challenge our thinking and make us question our fundamental understanding of various concepts such as identity, choice, time, and even reality itself. These seeming contradictions can be frustrating, but they also offer us an opportunity to expand our horizons, refine our thinking, and deepen our understanding of complex ideas. In this exploration, we're going to take a closer look at some of the most famous paradoxes that continue to challenge our thinking. Paradoxes are statements or situations that seem to defy logic or intuition. They are situations where it seems that if something is true, then it must also be false. Here are some of the most famous paradoxes that challenge our thinking. The liar paradox. The simplest and most classic version of this paradox is the statement, "This statement is false." If the statement is true, then it must be false as it claims to be. However, if it is false, then it is true because it says that it is false. The ship of Theseus. This is a paradox that explores the concept of identity. If a ship has every single one of its parts replaced over time, is it still the same ship? If not, when did it stop being the original ship? This paradox challenges our understanding of what makes an object itself. Xenos Paradox. This paradox comes from the ancient Greek philosopher Zeno. He argues that motion is an illusion. By presenting a scenario in which Achilles races a tortoise and gives the tortoise a head start, Zeno argues that Achilles will never overtake the tortoise, because every time Achilles reaches where the tortoise will have moved a little further. The Barber Paradox. This paradox was formulated by the mathematician and logician Bertrand Russell. It goes, in a town, there is a barber who shaves all and only those men who do not shave themselves. Who shaves the barber? If the barber shaves himself, according to the rule, he doesn't. But if he doesn't shave himself, then according to the rule, he does. The Bootstrap Paradox. This is a paradox of time travel that asks, what happens if an object or piece of information sent back in time becomes trapped in an infinite cause-effect loop? For example, a man receives a blueprint from his future self and goes on to invent a machine based on this blueprint. When he gets older, he sends the blueprint back in time to his younger self. The paradox arises when you ask, where did the blueprint originally come from? The Fermi Paradox. The contradiction, often linked to the physicist Enrico Fermi, outlines a noticeable difference, with a conflict between the high probabilities of life forms existing beyond our planet and the apparent quiet or lack of concrete evidence supporting the existence of these life forms. Despite the presumption that our galaxy is abundant with advanced society, it's perplexing that we haven't yet found any traces of them. What could be the reason for this? The paradox of choice. This paradox comes from psychology and economics. It suggests that while people believe that more choices would make them happier, too many options can, unreasonable, lead to feelings of stress and disappointment rather than freedom or happiness. Schrodinger's cat paradox. This paradox is from quantum physics. A cat is placed in a box with a radioactive substance that has a 50/50 chance of killing the cat. Until the box is opened, the cat is considered both alive and dead. This is used to illustrate the bizarre nature of quantum superpositions, where particles can be in multiple states at once until observed. Each of these paradoxes offers a fascinating glimpse into the challenges that arise when our intuitive understanding confronts complex reality. They demonstrate that our world is not always as straightforward as it seems, and that our understanding and perception can often be limited or even flawed. But rather than discouraging us, these paradoxes should inspire us. They highlight the mystery and beauty of our universe and remind us that there is always more to learn. They highlight the truth that learning new things is a never-ending adventure that can be surprising and tough. Thus, we should welcome these contradictions as they fuel our interest, inspire us to ask questions, stay interested, and continue to be excited about learning how our amazing universe works.